Sri, tell me.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, go ahead.
In the foreign material, you sent like the words and phrases one.
Mm-hmm.
What does L and F mean? Is it like Latin and French? Like Latin word and French word?
I think so.
Okay, sir. Or local and foreign? I have a
No, 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 no,
confusion.
no, 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 no.
Like,
I think Latin and French movie.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, boy.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Good
Good afternoon,
afternoon.
sir.
afternoon. Good
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 afternoon.
afternoon.
afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Good afternoon,
After,
sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Okay, head count is 58. I'll wait 2 more minutes. I'll share my screen. Have a look if anything is remaining in Unit 1. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So concept of word formation done, parts of speech done, foreign words, phrases done, prefix, suffix done, antonym, synonym done. Abbreviation is pending. We'll do it today. Subject verb agreement, we'll keep it for later. Punctuation, I'll not do it because in many cases, punctuation is something, it's not really scientific in certain cases. So punctuation, I'll send you study material. Anything else pending in Unit 1? Unit 1, hopefully I have touched upon everything, except one thing. Hopefully I have touched everything. Okay. So did you face any problem in Unit 1?
Sir, in this unit, you provide a PDF or no?
I have already provided few study materials like foreign words I have given, parts of speech,
Where, sir?
what
Where you
formation I
provide?
have given, foreign words given, prefix, suffix, I'll see, and antonym, synonym, did I give you?
No, sir.
No,
Okay,
sir.
antonym, synonym, and prefix I
Antonyms,
given.
synonyms are left. Rest of the
Okay,
material has been given.
okay, fine.
Sir, where you provide? In which? Group?
Usually what I do, I send it to your CR, and
Okay.
CR will send it in your email ID.
Sir,
Okay.
it is available in Google Classroom.
No, no, I do not upload in Google Classroom because people, some batch students pointed out that Google Classroom they are not able to access, so I stopped using Google Classroom.
Sir, I sent them
No, sir, I
the
mean to say that CR are sharing all the
yes.
PDFs in Google Classroom.
Okay, that's great. That's great. In any case, the material should reach you. That's what it is.
We have created for ourselves too.
That's great. Okay. Did you face any problem in Unit 1? And did you face any problem in understanding my lecture?
No, sir.
Not at all.
No, sir.
Shivam?
No, sir.
Unit
Sir.
1 clear है कोई problem?
No,
Unit
sir.
1 Biral Tiwari?
No, sir.
Okay. So let's today we'll go for standard abbreviation. I'll ask individually. Don't jump to answer. I'll ask individually. Sakshi Sahare, roll number 92. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam. Tell me the abbreviation of this one. Watch chat.
Please turn over.
Right. So next one will be answered by Shashank Pillai, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one is ETC. This one.
Sir, etc.
Etc. Okay. Next one will be answered by Shiva Mandavi, roll number 96. Are you there? Shiva Mandavi? No. Okay. Shreyans Patel, roll number 95. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So your thing is yes. Can you answer it, Shreyansh?
Yes, sir. Vital information resource under siege virus.
Okay. Okay. Next one. Biral Tiwari, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Where is your word? Can you answer this one, Biral?
No, sir.
Okay. Shivanshu,
Sir, it is British Broadcasting Committee
British Broadcasting Corporation.
Corporation. Okay.
Okay. Next one will be answered by Vibhor Singh. Vibhor Singh, are you there?
Yes, sir.
This one for you. Do you have the answer?
Press Trust of India.
Right. Then this is pretty common. I'm asking it to Shruti Kashyap. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Here is your word. Can you answer?
Right to information.
Right. So, Simon Thiru, roll number 99.
Yes, sir.
So, this is just out of curiosity. If you know the answer, tell me.
RTI,
No.
Microsoft Office.
Okay, that's great. Next one is, say, IB. It will be answered by Tenjin is here. Tenjin, no. Stuti,
Yes, sir. It's
yes, boy.
actually I use
Network
uh,
issue.
yes, sir.
No problem. Okay, here is your word. IB.
IT
IB.
D ID information details.
No. Stuti, can you answer? Srishti. Srishti. Subudha Tejesh, can you answer?
Yes, sir.
Shriyanshu Jaiswal,
Yes, sir.
can you answer this?
IB, sir.
Yes, boy.
Investigation Bureau.
Intelligence Bureau.
Intelligence Bureau, sir.
Yes. Next is Surat Pandey will answer this one. Are you familiar with the word Surat Pandey? Roll number 104.
The research and analytical wing.
Research and Analysis Wing. Okay. Next one is Tarun Gupta.
Yes, sir.
Uh, your word will be Wait a second. Say. Hmm. Can you answer this one? Pretty common.
Central Bureau of Investigation.
Intelligence, not investigation.
Intelligence, right, sir?
Okay. So that's it for this one standard abbreviation. I will not give you the list because the list is inexhaustible. So just go for the common abbreviation. Usually we do not give this in exam. Usually. But
Pardon
if
me,
you
sir.
want- Yes, boy.
Sir, CBI also stands for Central Bureau of Investigation, I think.
Did you check?
Yes, I checked
Investigation
that.
or intelligence?
It's investigation, sir. I googled it right now.
Okay.
Investigation.
Investigation. Okay. So IB, then it's intelligence.
Yes, sir, it's intelligence for highway.
Okay, fine. So thank you, Tarun. So regarding standard abbreviation, the list is huge. So I'm not going to give you. Usually we do not give any question on this, but ultimately it depends on the decision of the examiner. So far, unit 1 is over. If you have any question, you can ask me. Then I'll proceed with unit 2. Our MCQ, first MCQ is scheduled on 13th of Jan, I think. First MCQ. When is our first MCQ, Sajal?
Jan 23. 13 Jan.
13 onwards, right?
Yes, sir, 1-3 onwards.
Mm-hmm.
13th of January.
13 to 23, sir.
13th to 23. Okay, fine. So unit 1 is over. We'll go to unit 2. 13 to 23. Okay, Sakshi, thank you. Okay. How many short stories we are having in our syllabus? Shivanshu, have you checked that?
No, sir, short stories
Okay.
are not taken.
Okay. Anyone who has gone through the story? Any of you? No, not a single soul. Okay. So there are 3 short stories included in our syllabus. All these are short story, not novel. But please go through the short story. Don't read the Wikipedia. The short stories are really short. Okay. So in our syllabus, there are 3 short stories. If you look at the short stories, clearly you will find 2 different strains are available. I mean, different strains are visible. One is of Indian writers writing in English. Another is a foreign one. Now, Indian writing in English, another is a foreign one. In Indian writing in English, we have consciously chosen one Rabindranath Tagore and another is Mulk Raj Anand. So, what are the short stories? Any idea? किसी ने नहीं पढ़े हो क्या? None of you have read. Yes, Shipranshi.
सर पता ही नहीं था कि कौन सी शॉर्ट स्टोरी है.
आप सिलेबस नहीं देखे हो क्या? सिलेबस नहीं देखे हो क्या? Shipranshi, which one have you read?
Sir, unit 2.
Homecoming by Rabindranath Tagore.
Okay, Homecoming by
Sir,
Rabindranath Tagore. Yes,
sir,
Pawan?
I have a question.
Yes, Sumran.
सिलेबस में सर रीडिंग एंड कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में कॉम्प्रिहेंशन पैसेज सेकंड यूनिट में पढ़ना है फर्स्ट.
क्लास लेंगे, डोंट वरी.
यस.
क्लास होगा उसके ऊपर. You read Homecoming, Shipranshi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you like the story?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else? और किसी इंजीनियर ने नहीं पढ़े हैं? Okay.
रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर सर. रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर.
Rabindranath Tagore. Which one?
होमकमिंग अ शॉर्ट स्टोरी में.
अभी गूगल किए हो क्या?
नो सर, मेरे पास ऑलरेडी निकाल के रखा हुआ है. वो पीडीएफ के फॉर्म में था, वो देखें अभी.
Have you gone through the story? Have you read it?
Yeah, but influently I cannot tell you.
Okay, fine.
So that I have give some time,
Hmm.
then I explain properly.
Okay. So, fine, let's begin the short story with the idea that none of you have read it. Okay. So, Indian writing in English dates back to the days of British. Basically, British introduced English in Indian subcontinent with an intention to create a comprador class. The spelling I'll write it here: Comprador, comprador class. This comprador class is a typical thing. It's just like Babu class in India. These people will be dark in color but white in choice. Means these people, though they are born and brought up in India, will have a special liking for the foreign goods, especially if it belongs to British. Now, this notion was created during the days of British, and the notion is still continuing. Even today, if we say that we are reading in a public school English medium, our parents feel a certain kind of pride that our kids are going to an English medium rather than any Hindi medium or Bengali medium. This pride is still there. This is because we are carrying the colonial legacy with us. Now, the idea was the British introduced English in the Indian subcontinent with an intention to create a clerk community. As I have said earlier, they'll be dark in color but white in choice. Now, people who are of elite class at the time, typically speaking, who are of well-off or aristocratic family, for example, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, Rabindranath Tagore, Madhusudan Datta, or Henry Louis de Rosio, these are well-off families of Bengal at the time. Now, these people aspired to be a English writer rather than the regional language writer. Now, the notion was created by the British because it's a notion that even now the hegemony is there. Hegemony in the sense there is a class distinction. Who can speak English even today are seen with great respect that the fellow is speaking English. But the people who are speaking regional languages are of less importance even today's society, only because it's a foreign language. Now, British created this notion. The same notion we had in British days also. Now, Rabindranath Tagore was the first Nobel laureate from Asia. Even he also tried to imitate the way Britishers are writing. He got Nobel Prize for Gitanjali in 1913, most probably. But the book was translated by a fellow called W.B. Yeats. He was given Nobel Prize only based on translation, not in regional language. Now, the bias is still there. Nobel Prize is given only to those people who write in English and print it in English. Now, even today, the Nobel Prize is restricted to the English speaking people only. It doesn't mean that the regional languages that we are having or other parts of the world people are writing are of not good. But this is a colonial legacy that we are still continuing all over the world, that if you want yourself to be counted in the writers list, then you have to write in English. Now, people who are writing in regional languages are even today looked down upon, that these people are writing in regional languages. But surprisingly, that regional languages that India produces even today are of wonderful quality. In some of the cases, the regional languages are far more superior in quality when it comes to Nobel Prize. But only problem with this regional language is that it cannot be translated into English. Now, there are certain cultural nuances which are really not translatable. For example, rasgulla. सभी ने खाए होंगे.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
How
sir.
do you translate rasgulla into English?
So we usually call sweetmeat or something like that if we are.
Mhm. Then how will you call gulab jamun?
Yes, sir. That means there's no specific
Exactly.
name for it,
Exactly.
just a single.
These are typically culture specific word. There is another word called gamcha. Are you familiar?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
नहाने के
Sir.
बाद
Yes,
जिसको
sir.
हाथ पैर मोचते हैं उसे गामछा
Yes,
बोलते
sir.
हैं. What will be the
Like
English
towel.
equivalent of gamcha?
Towel.
Towel is a different thing, boy.
Like a big handkerchief.
Sorry?
Equivalent to like a big long handkerchief, we can say, because
Big
the
long
people used to carry
handkerchief.
it.
It's not really getting the essence, boy.
Because the people used to carry it on their neck, wrapped
So
like.
whatever we'll call it in English, its essence is lost. It's not exactly.
Right. So basically, translation is a failure. Translation is a failure when it comes to carrying the cultural nuances of it. Even the kumkum or the bindi that your mom is wearing cannot be translated into English. That is simply kumkum, bindi, or sindoor is just like that. It cannot be translated. Here comes the failure of translation. Now, these regional writers are writing wonderful stuff in their English, but people are not able to read it, and some of them are not reading because there is no glory associated with it. But these people are really doing wonder. There is a movie Devdas. Hopefully सभी ने देखे हो. देवदास देखे हो क्या?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
No,
What about
Yes,
we
sir.
haven't watched
But
it?
how many of you have read Devdas? Not a single. But the thing is that if you look at that original text of Devdas is far more superior than the portrayal of Devdas by Sanjay Leela Bhansali. Here comes the difference between language and translation. Now, language plays a very crucial role in defining your culture. Defining your culture. Now, language is having a deep rooted history in your society. Now, language plays a crucial role, and post independence in India, post during the post independence days, uh, there was a question of what will be the national language of India. There was a fight in parliament. There was a voting rather than fight. There was a voting in parliament, what will be the national language of India, and there Hindi won by only one vote. Single vote was given extra to Hindi. The second contestant was Tamil because it's a classical language. So it was decided, since the Hindi won by only one majority vote, it was decided that Hindi will not be imposed on anywhere or particularly South. Rather, it will be taken that India will not have any national language policy. India is having official language as English and Raj Bhasha is Hindi. There is no national religion, no national language of India. We usually accept three language formula. First is English, second is Hindi, third is your mother tongue. So we India adopted these three language formula. So it depends which state will adopt one, but irrespective of this, English is the dominant one. For example, when you are going for any public exam, there are two versions of question. One is English, another is in either Hindi or regional language. It is clearly written that if there is a discrepancy, English will be taken as an accepted version. So the idea is, talking about Indian writing in English actually was introduced during the British days, and people of eminence or people of aristocratic family, including Rabindranath Tagore, tried their hand in writing in English, either poem or poetry. Even people who became the British servant, like British civil servant, like Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Are you familiar with the name Bankim Chandra Chatterjee?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Who is he?
Vande Mataram. He written
Yeah,
Vande
Vande
Mataram.
Mataram. Bankim Chandra Chatterjee
He's
was
the
a
author
British.
of Anand Mat.
Yes, from where that Vande Mataram came.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Bankim Chandra Chatterjee is basically was a British civil servant. Now, he also tried his hand in writing in English. He has written a book called Raj Mohan's Wife, 1917, I think. So he has written, and situation went to such an extreme that who are of well-off family, particularly in Bengal, went to England also to learn the way Britishes are writing, the British food habit, British fashion, British culture. Madhusudan Datta is that kind of soul who went to England to imitate how the Britishers are writing and their way of living. Now, This is the kind of impoverished condition that India was having at the time. There was complete negligence towards the regional languages and mother tongue. So English, for the promotion of English, British did a lot of things. But for the promotion of language, only one or two institutions were created. But ultimately, these two institutions which were created, like Asiatic Society and Fort William College, eventually they are also shut down, citing the reason of financial problem. Now, the from there you can guess how importance the English gained during the British days. And the thing is that people, when imitating the way of your bosses, what will I say, way of talking, you become somehow revered kind of thing. Now the thing is that if you belong to South and if you speak Hindi, people will not recognize you. But even if you try speak broken language, like I stayed there in Tamil Nadu for 5 years, I did not understand much of Tamil. But if I speak broken Tamil, I'll be given recognition instead of speaking Hindi. So that was the scenario. The idea is they have a love for their mother tongue. Other countries are also having, like in other sections, some people question me, why can't we push our mother tongue to be recognized by world? Now this is all about politics. Now French, if you go to France, English is not considered as a dominant language over there. But if you speak France French, you'll be given prompt recognition. This is a typical politics. Why Nobel Prize will not be given in regional languages, that is also politics. So the idea is when you are imitating your you are imitating your what will I say, king's language or queen's language, you suddenly become a person of importance. These people like Rabindranath Tagore, Madhusudan Datta, Bankim Chandra, Henry Louis Vivian Derozio, these people started imitating the way Britishers are acting, the way Britishers are living. This was the intention of the British, to create a comprador class who will be black in color, white in choice. So these people are looting from India and sending it back to England. They are making the product in England and selling it off to their colonies. The India became one of the market, potential market for their books, because when they are writing books, the books that England is producing, it used to come by ship, and elite class of India used to read the book first. In certain cases, even the Britishers are reading second than these Indians, because they have money. So the thing is that these people were seen with great respect during the colonial days if you speak English. The same thing happened with Rabindranath Tagore also. So when Louis the 14th was coming to India, the British asked Rabindranath Tagore to write a poem in honor of this Louis the 14th. So Janagana Mana was composed in honor of Louis the 14th's coming. So there was a lot of controversy regarding why Janagana Mana will be the national anthem of India. Because ultimately, if you Google it, you will get to see that Janagana Mana had an origin of colonial legacy. It was composed to praise the British, not the Bharat Mata, not the Bande, not the someone else. So the idea is you are praising something, you are praising someone who is colonizing you. But after independence, there was a lot of debate why national anthem should not be changed. Because if you look at Janagana Mana, it is an abstract entity that they are praising. Janagana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He. Who is that person? It is not known. People afterwards say that it's Bharat Mata. If you look at Bande Mataram, where is your Mata? Bande Mataram, it says. But where is your Mata? It is completely fictitious creation. Rabindranath Tagore, Bankim Chandra, these people created an image out of nothing, simply. There is no concept of Bharat Mata, there is no concept of Bande Mataram. It's only because Indian people are very much inclined towards their mother. They are the what will I say, they are the disciple of their mother. That's why people, the moment say mom says this, people will listen to you. Bande Mataram was composed only with the idea that fictitious thing, that motherhood plays a crucial role in shaping the what will I say, attitude of the boy or girl. So Bharat Mata was created Bande Mataram was created. These are all fictitious creation. There is no existence of Bharat Mata and Bande Mataram. This is all fictitious creation to unite the people of otherwise ununited India. So that these people can fight against the colonial regime. If you look at Anandamart in Wikipedia, you will get to know these monks, the people who are residing in a particular ashram, waged war against the British under the banner of Bande Mataram. This was the slogan, this was the clarion call against the British. But actual thing is that they wanted to oust the Britishers with what? With the power, with the ideology. But if you look closely, these people in a certain cases are completely carried away with what the Britishers did. Now the legacy is still there. British has gone, but they have left their legacy of love for something which is foreign. So this is the regional background. Now after that, if you look at the writing of during British days, like Rabindranath Tagore as under Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, they are imitating the way Britishers are acting, their food habit, their culture. The earlier days novels also reflected the same. But post independence, we get some we get a breed of writers who are born and brought up in India and writing about India. The three significant names of this post independence scenario writing in English are Mulkraj Anand, R.K. Narayan, and Raja Rao. These three people created a sensation all over the world with a genre called Indian writing in English. These people are writing typically Indian thing. Like if you read about R.K. Narayan, Malgudi Days, नाम सुने हो आप लोगों ने?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
किसी ने देखे हो Malgudi Days?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Amazon Prime Video में available है.
Which
Okay.
ones can you repeat?
Malgudi Days, Amazon Prime Video mein I think it's available. Otherwise, YouTube
Yes, sir.
also.
देखिए.
So if you
Sir, I
look at
used to watch in DD National.
DD National, it was there. In our childhood days also it was there. R.K. Nara and Malgudi Days. Malgudi is a fictitious town. But the people or the character who are playing the role in Malgudi Days, like a sweet vendor or a teacher or a snake charmer, these are essentially Indian character draped in Indian conscience. Now, these people are trying to bring a change, wind of change, the way Indian writing in English moved. These three people are Mulkraj Anand, R.K. Narayan, and Raja Rao. These three people are written in a way so that the Indians can associate themselves with the way these people are writing. The short stories that are included, as I have said earlier, two different strains are available. One is Indian writing in English, another is a British foreign one. Now in Indian writing in English, the essential characteristics is the Indian conscience. When you are writing from India, you should, or rather your conscience is drenched into India. Look, for example, if you read this guy, Chetan Bhagat. Have you read any of you?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Yes, sir.
Sir, two, three books I have read. One Indian Girl, 5 Point Someone, Love
Mhm.
Relationship in 2020, and
Hmm.
also Two States.
Two States. कैसा लगा Two States?
It's good. It portrays the struggle of two different cultures actually, how they finally get together.
Okay, but the movie is absolutely बकवास है मुझे लगा.
I haven't watched the
But
movie. I just read the
Two
book.
States movie is actually a better portrayal of the book Two States as compared to the movie Half Girlfriend.
Okay. Uh, what do you find? What do you find? What is your understanding about these people? Have you read any other books?
So about Chetan Bhagat.
No, not really. Like Indian writers in English, like Shobha De is a writer.
Amish Tripathi.
Amish Tripathi is there, and there is
Arundhati
a
Roy.
Arundhati Roy is there. Another Devdutt Patnaik. Any of you? इंजीनियर्स ऐसे ही पढ़ते नहीं, मुझे पता है, बट स्टिल पढ़ेगा इंडिया तो ही बढ़ेगा इंडिया.
Sir,
नहीं पढ़ो.
I knew about Devdutt Patnaik, but not his books in particular.
Devdutt Patnaik did his MBBS and after that
Satyajit Roy.
left his medical practice and moved into literature.
Satyajit Roy, Salman Rushdie, and
Sir, what about Ruskin Bond, sir?
Geeta Desai.
Ruskin Bond is also good. Very good. I like Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond, I read two, three books. The Blue Umbrella one. Another is Book of Happiness.
We just
So-
had a story of Ruskin Bond in
Mhm.
when we were in lower classes.
Mhm.
No Room for Leopard. That
Okay.
was the name of that story.
Any other books engineers have read? Any other books by any Indian
I'm
writer?
reading Malgudi Days, sir.
Malgudi Days. Which one?
Uh, like the stories you mean?
Which one you are reading now? Malgudi Days is a collection of short stories, right?
Yes, sir. Right now I'm reading The
Read
Gate
Passage
Man.
of Time.
Nicholas Sudha Murthy. I have not read. I intend to. Okay, fine. So if you look at the people writing, like if you look at the way Chetan Bhagat is writing, it's typically Indian. Arvind Adiga, have you read any of you? Arvind Adiga, White Tiger. No. Okay. So if you look at these people, their writing is essentially Indian. Indian in the sense you can associate yourself with the character, leading character. In this way, it is different, and moreover, the names that you come across in these books are often very familiar. Like if you read R.K. Narayan, or if you read uh, Harry Potter books, is not Indian writing in English, Samriddhi. So if you read these books, you will get to know that the characters are essentially speaking about you. These people are writing in a way so that they can get the market. So they are writing this book in one way. They have in one hand they have the market in mind first, and second thing is that about their sellability. So these people, when they are writing, are essentially Indian. Sajal, what happened? Okay. So this was all about introduction. If you have any question, you can ask me.
Sir, actually, I want to ask just a random question, sir.
Yes.
Uh, Sir, if I target, I will start reading books in a year 2022. Okay,
Mhm.
sir.
Mhm.
How much I should complete within 1 year, sir, for the beginners?
It's completely on you, man. But reading makes a man perfect. That one I know.
Okay, sir.
If you Google it, Bill Gates reading list for the winter, you will get his blog.
Okay, sir.
Every year, maybe before the summer or before winter commences, he publishes his reading list. So people
Okay.
like Bill Gates, people like Warren Buffett, these people read a lot. Though these people have nothing left to achieve in their life, but still they read a lot. Okay, Tenzin.
Okay, sir. Actually, I read lots of books when I was at class 6, and I
Okay,
got a book of the year. A student who read the, I got some awards.
that's great. Very good.
But when I got elder, I focused more on studies like mathematics, physics, and I just forgot.
No, no, you can resume the habit. There is no harm in it. You can resume.
Sir.
Okay. Any other question? Any other question about the introduction? Today I'm not going to discuss about that short story. I'll keep it for tomorrow. But before that, about introduction, if you have any question, you can ask me. No question. So
No, sir.
if you have no question, Basudev, any question?
No,
Boy,
sir. No, no,
no
sir.
question. Okay. So I'll close the session. Tomorrow we'll see you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.